What's happening, troops? Welcome back to another video here on the SharpDiv YouTube channel. And if you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 13,000 subscribers. Go on, you know you want to. Whilst you're there and you're just kicking about, smash a like on this video. That would be greatly appreciated. But in this video today, we will be discussing the Rangers versus Celtic match. And if you are wondering why my spirits are a bit lifted and I'm not as down in the dirt as I was on Sunday, then it's because Ryan Kent has returned home. This is a tribute to the man, because he loves a wee hat. He also loves destroying careers. We'll get on to the Ryan Kent signing in just a little bit, but firstly I would like to speak about the Old Firm match. If you follow the show that I'm on every single Monday on CJ's channel named the SPFL Show, you would have already heard me speak a wee bit about the match, but I've not made a video here on my own channel, so here goes. Now, I was at a fundraiser on Friday for the Rangers Youth Academy, and during this everybody was talking about who should start. Should Alfredo Morelos start or Jermaine Defoe? Now, running by theme and running by what had happened previously, then Jermaine Defoe was going to start in this match. But I just thought, you can't leave your talisman out, especially if he's fit. You just can't leave your best player out for the biggest game of the season. But unfortunately, I was wrong, and Alfredo Morelos started on the bench after I'd put a fiver on him for first goal scorer. Cheers for that, G. So straight away I was thinking, are we going into this a wee bit overconfident, not playing our strongest players? But then I realised that the team that he'd chosen, there was only one player of difference, and that was Aribo, that had beaten them 2-0 just in the last game there. So that put me under a wee bit of ease. But then you start thinking, who's going to be the ball carrier? Because we've spoke about previously on the channel the new system that Gerrard's employed this season, and how there's an outright winger every single game. He stays wide, Arfield tucks in, there's a whole lot of rotation, Tav is high, and all that sort of stuff. And I was thinking, who's it going to be? Because it's not going to be Arfield. Surely it's not going to be Aribo. And straight away, we seen that we didn't really have an outball versus Celtic. I personally think to beat Celtic, you must adopt a high press. And Rangers just didn't do that. They let Celtic come on to them for the first 5-10 minutes of the game. And sometimes you can just tell when Rangers are going to have a bad game. Sometimes you can just tell, and this was one of those. It was the first time that Gerrard this season has played like this, and I just was not expecting it, and I know a lot of other Rangers fans weren't either. There was essentially 5 centre mids playing for Rangers. We had our 3 more defensive type midfielders in Ryan Jack, Steve Davis and Glenn Kamara across the middle, and that was like the first time we'd seen that all season as well. Usually you would either have Davis and Kamara or Davis and Jack or Jack and Kamara. You wouldn't usually have the 3 of them, and especially for Aribo to be up the part as well when you've got Ojo and Jordan Jones on the bench, who are prolific ball carriers. They've got a bit of pace, a bit of power, a bit of skill about them. Aribo unfortunately doesn't have that because he's a centre mid, or at least he doesn't have it to the same degree as those players. It isn't his best asset, and straight away he started to struggle. He went in for a 50-50 with Scott Brown. It's happened to everyone, is if you've played football, you think you're just a wee bit too cute for a player and you try and dink it over their feet. Well, he tried that to Scott Brown, and Scott Brown went right through him and set the tone straight away. Everybody was calling him everything in the stand. This will be a learning curve for Joe Aribo. Not his best game, not his best week as a Rangers player, but don't write him off just yet. Don't write him off, because I think he's got a lot of learning to do, and he's already showed great skill so far as a Rangers player. I was actually really shocked at the way that Neil Lennon set up his team, and you've got to give him credit for it. They came to Ibrox and they weren't the usual Neil Lennon team in a sense. They weren't flying out the traps, playing attacking football, going gung-ho. They just kind of sat there and they waited. They waited for their moments, and when they arose, they took their chances. And it was as simple as that. It wasn't an outstanding performance offensively by Celtic, but it was an outstandingly disciplined performance considering they were really, really tired. And you could see that from 60 minutes onwards. They had players with their hands on their knees. There was players getting injured. They were dropping like flies in a sense, but they stayed to the tactics. They stayed to what the manager told them to do, and they got the job done. And as a Rangers fan, that was very, very hard to watch, because you're looking out there and you know that Rangers can play a whole lot better than that. You know that the winning formula previously has not been put in the match, and you're just thinking this is an opportunity missed, because Celtic were tired. 100% they were tired. And I think if Rangers were able to move the ball faster, try and exploit them, then they could have got a goal. We definitely could have. When Morelos came on, the first thing that he did was be direct. He ran at the defence, he caused them problems, and he had a shot to no avail. When Ojo came on, although not great, and thinking he had more time in the ball than he should have been thinking, he was getting on one-on-ones, which just wasn't happening with Joe Aribo in the first half. And when he was getting on one-on-ones, he wasn't doing much with it, because the right back for Celtic did have an outstanding performance as well. I thought the right back for Celtic was solid, and Julian, the centre half, was solid as well. He's a player that has had a lot of questions thrown at him, and he answered them in that Old Firm match, winning a number of headers against Katic. You know, he is no mean feat, but still as a Rangers fan, you're looking in at that and you're thinking, if we go for it from the start, we can get more out of that game. We dominated the ball, we had 60% possession, but we did nothing with it. Celtic were more threatening on the counter-attack especially, and they got their first goal through Edward, who's a great finisher. But what he doesn't give you in terms of chances, he makes up for with his finishing. He only needs one chance, big chance, and he puts it into the net, and you go in at half-time frustrated. We come out the second half, we try our best to change it, but it's just too little too late, and Celtic get his on the counter-attack, and Johnny Hayes puts it in the net, and you're just thinking, wow, this game was for bragging rights. The next one isn't until New Year. The exact same thing happened last season as well, and Rangers have definitely got to look at that and think that it's an opportunity missed. We gave them an easy time at the back. I mean, they were all making their debuts. Forster, that was his first game in a couple of years, and we didn't test him at all. Beaton is a centre midfielder, and the left back and right back, it was their debuts in an Old Firm, and we just didn't test them enough, especially Bolly. He gave the ball away a number of times. Don't think he had a great game, but we weren't able to exploit him. We weren't able to get at him, and we let that opportunity go. However, that is in the past now. If I'd came on here Sunday night and made this video, I might have been saying a whole lot different stuff. Come yesterday as well on Monday. However, it's water under the bridge now. We move on, and the board has responded emphatically. It was reported all summer long that the Ryan Kent deal was still on the table, and for sure it was. Liverpool didn't want to loan him back to Rangers. Everybody knew that. And also, I think everybody had an inkling that Rangers would only really put that money up if we got into the Europa League, because otherwise, where's the money coming from? And because of qualification, we've been able to go out there and spend £6.5 million on Ryan Kent. This is a real statement from the Rangers board. It's a statement from Rangers FC in general, that they're looking to go out there this season and they're wanting to win silverware. 100%. Putting that sort of money out on one player in Scotland shows that we mean business this year. Ryan Kent is a game changer. We've spoke about it previously on the channel. He's the guy in these big games, like that game on Sunday there, that can step up, that can get you that good moment. He done it with the Ryan Jack goal last December, and he got himself a goal as well at Parkhead. He's a standout, and he has been in every game against Celtic, and that is what you're needing, and that is what you're wanting, and hopefully for £6.5 million, he delivers yet again. My only worry about him is fitness. He's not been able to train down there in Liverpool. Obviously, the full pre-season under his belt. He was playing a number of friendlies for the first team, but then when he was put back to the under-23s, they dropped him at the squad. We don't know the ins and we don't know the outs of the whole situation, but my guess probably is that Liverpool weren't happy that he was acting the way he was acting. Put him probably with the kids originally. When he continued to do that and wanted his move to Rangers, they then says, right, you're no training, and they would have been looking to offload him at that point, and thankfully Rangers put up the money for the player. And don't forget, Ryan Kent has turned down Leeds, he's turned down Club Brugge, he's turned down some serious outfits, some serious football clubs to come up the road to Rangers. He's actually said in his interview that he feels like the Rangers fans are the best fans that he's ever came across, which is such a compliment, and hopefully he can repay us. So going forward, what are we going to get from Ryan Kent? We're going to get the same as we always have done. He's going to be direct, he's going to actually attack with quality, and hopefully this season he can add more goals to his game as well. We've already spoke about in the channel as well, the fact that he's involved in a lot of Rangers' moves. He might not get the assist, he might not get the goal, but he's always involved. He's always taking 2 and 3 players out the game, and he's also a player that can impact big games going forward. So I'm ecstatic about this signing. I'm absolutely buzzing. I've got the Ryan Kent hat on to prove it. And going forward, hopefully we can improve and we can get back to the way that we were playing. Ryan Kent out in the left, dominating defences up here in Scotland. Hit that like button if you're excited about the signing of Ryan Kent. And if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel. I've been SharpDiv, you've been yourself, and I'm out. All my weakness keep on